Hey everyone, it's Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time watching my channel, welcome. I'm so glad you found me. This video is my most recent empties. And frankly, I actually forgot to look to see the last date where I did my last empties video, but I want to say that I think this is October 1st to today, which is the 21st. So, pretty sure this is 3 weeks worth of empties. But anyways, I have a lot to talk about tonight. I will preface this video by saying it's 10 o'clock here, but I did promise I would get my empties video filmed this weekend. Tomorrow, my husband and I might go see the Killers of the Flower Moon movie, and it's 3.5 hours long. So I'm not quite sure if we're going to go or not, what time we're going to go, and I don't want to not do this weekend because I need to film this because it's going to be a long one, just letting you know. I have my water here next to me if I need it, and I will also say I'm in a little bit of pain tonight. So if you see me moving my head around, my neck around, I have disc issues in my neck and muscular issues in my neck, and I moved my neck the wrong way last night, and I have been paying for it ever since. And it's tough. If you have any sort of crick in your neck, kink in your neck, trigger point issues, you'll understand how I'm feeling. And it's over on this side of the neck. So pardon me, excuse me, if I'm moving around a little bit. So this is my empties. And I have a lot in here to get through. So I'm just going to go ahead and dump this and let's get started. Hope everyone has had a great Saturday. My husband and I, my mom lives out here, and there's an ice cream place up near Park City, maybe 20 minutes from Park City. And my mom really likes their shakes that they do there and their ice cream and their food. So I promised her I would take her up before the snow starts. And it's up in the mountains. I mean, I am in a valley here where I live in the valley, but we are above sea level here. But those are actually up in the mountains. So the snow gets, I don't want to say the snow gets there earlier, but it starts to fall earlier up there because it's a higher elevation, and we've already had snow up there. Not currently, but when the temperatures dipped down a couple of weeks ago, we did have snow up in the mountains already. So not down here in the valley, but this time we had our first snow last year in the first week, maybe first week and a half of October. So I don't want snow to come, and the forecast looks pretty good for the rest of the month and into the beginning of November. So I've got quite a few things here to talk about, and I'm just going to grab and go. One thing I did finish this week is I finished 3, if I can hold these, 3 scoops from Scoopable Wax Melts. And I will just say, not only did I miss I deliberately skipped the 3 cakes pre-order that Kathy had earlier this year. That was her #1 pre-order since her and her husband reopened their company. And I also did not order from the last pre-order she just closed last week with the mini loaves. I love her scoops. I have had her harder wax once, and I really love her scoops, and that's, what she's known for, and I'm just waiting for her to really offer some good scoops. And I wasn't able to hop on to, last Friday was my wedding anniversary, and we were going to dinner, and I really didn't have time and want to get on the ready to ship that was last Friday, so I missed out on quite a few of the ones that she had poured for that. So I'm waiting to buy more scoops the next time she has her scoops available. So, first one I finished, this is 3 cakes. This is the famous one that went viral, I think. I don't know, maybe not viral, but 3 cakes. Everybody has been talking about 3 cakes. This is a simple blend of yellow cake, birthday cake, and cupcakes at Tiffany's. Now, to my nose, and those of you that watch my channel and you've been with me from the beginning, or you've been watching me for quite some time, Cupcakes at Tiffany's is not my favorite oil, and I really don't like it alone. I can handle it if it's in a blend. To me, this blend here is heavy cupcakes at Tiffany's. And it doesn't, I don't hate the oil. I just prefer it bumped up a little bit with something, because it's just basically, it's cake. It's just cake to me with frosting. And yes, cake with frosting is yummy, but I want a little bit more complexity to blends I melt in my home. So this one here, it is Cupcakes at Tiffany, but it's more fattening smelling. It's got more punch of birthday cake. It's got more yellow cake. I love yellow cake. Yellow cake is a great oil. This, I melted this and I use it as a blender. I melted this along with some Rose Girls, which is Kathy's daughter, Jenny Oaks. You know, a lot of us know that. I blended this with her wax because I think the wax is a little similar. So, you know, they would blend well together. And I use this as a blender because to me, it's two Cupcakes at Tiffany forward. But those of you that love Cupcakes at Tiffany's, if you haven't tried this one, give it a try. It's going to be one that Kathy pours all the time because it's her #1 hit. So, I will just show you guys my nails right off the bat here in case you guys are trying to pause it and look at it. These are my Halloween nails. My nail lady, Liz, did these. I have to give Liz a shout out because these are hand drawn. I mean, look at those spider webs. Look at the thumb there with the heart in the middle of the spider web. I mean, come on. And I love that she did those half spider webs here. I mean, Liz is on Instagram. She is, I believe, Nails by Liz Higginson. She's from Springville, Utah. Follow her. You know, you can get some nail inspo to take to your own nail girl or your nail tech. And I just really have to give her a shout out because she has been this is my 4th Halloween with Liz. She has been my nail tech for 3 solid years. I started with her in the fall of 2020. So 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023 Halloween. So she's my girl and I love her very much. She's a good friend of mine. So check her out. You know, she really knows what she's doing with art. So next one I finished from Kathy is blueberry pecan pumpkin waffles. And this is simply blueberries and cream with pumpkin pecan waffles. I love a good pumpkin pecan waffle and I love me some blueberry too. So if you like those notes here, this one's pretty simple. I mean, waffles, blueberry, come on, it's yummy. It's fantastic. I would buy this one again. Next one, last one I finished from Kathy. I finished this one up yesterday and it was kind of bittersweet because I love this blend and I was saving it because I don't have any more, but I told myself, no more hoarding, Ashley, use your wax. So this is Luke's Diner. Luke's Diner is absolute coffee, pancakes, pumpkin pecan waffles, and vanilla crunch donuts. So this one, Jenny from Rose Girls also offers this blend too. I love this. It has coffee in it, yes, but it's a creamy bakery coffee. It's not, to my nose, the coffee is there, but I smell the pancakes. I smell the waffles. I smell the bakery part of this, and the coffee is a very creamy coffee. So those are the scoops that I finished this week. Next, I have a couple of clams. First, actually, they're both from Kay's. Excuse me. Kay's is owned by Carla Meredith, and I believe she's from Missouri. I should look up that state because if I am mistaken with that, I'm sorry. Apologies to Carla. But this first one I finished is strawberry bread. This is one I grabbed this past summer when she had her 25% off Bonanza sale. This is a loved one. This is delicious. This is bakery, vanilla, strawberry, and a hint of spice. So this is kind of, I don't want to say it smells like strawberry zucchini bread because it doesn't, but it's kind of a cousin because it has a little bit of the spice to it. It has the strawberry aspect to it. There are other vendors that have strawberry bread out there, and L3 has a strawberry bread oil, although I believe there's a little bit of extra spice in this that I'm not picking up in the L3 version, but I haven't had strawberry bread for quite some time and I haven't had it alone. I believe this is a single oil. So this one here, I would buy this again. This is a really good one for strawberry lovers, bread, bakery lovers in general, fruity lovers. This is a good one here. Last one I finished is on Blueberry Hill. This is a house blend. This is vanilla butter fudge, blueberry cobbler, and zucchini bread. So blueberry cobbler, zucchini bread, vanilla butter fudge. This is delicious. This is such a good one. I have this going. I wish I would have bought more of this because it has that little bit of spiciness from the zucchini bread, but it's not off-putting spice. It's creamy, it's rich, and the blueberry cobbler, you can just imagine that it's right out of the oven. It's bubbling, it's fresh, and then you just have to put a dollop of either whipped cream or vanilla ice cream and let that melt and cascade over the sides. But then you have the bump of butter, the vanilla butter fudge, which in my opinion is a rich, ooey gooey vanilla that just richens this up and makes it so damn sweet. So I love this one. Whoever created this one over in Kay's World, brava or bravo. Very, very good. Next, I finished, this is a little sample from Teddy Bees. Now, I did not film my ready to ship from the last pre-order for Teddy Bees because frankly, I just didn't get around to it, and I should have filmed it because there are blends that she poured in tubs only that will probably come back in a future pre-order. But you know, I put everything away, and this was the sample that I got. So if some of those come in the future, and you know, there's any questions on them in the group or so, I think I'll chime in because I've smelled them on cold. I haven't chopped them yet, so I can give a little bit of input from as a person who's bought some of those blends if they make the next pre-order list in January. So those Teddy Bee lovers out there, she's working on the pre-order. It's going to be shipping in the next several weeks, I think. So I have to be making some room. I just took a large box of wax to my work today. I dropped them off. I dropped off a box at my work, and I'm sending out several random acts of kindness this week. My post office has had some technical difficulties, and I haven't been around another post office. And those of you out there that you know who you are, I've told that to you. But I need to find room for, I have roughly 15 outstanding orders right now. I know it's terrible. It's bad. Ashley's been a bad girl. Bad. But I have lavender and sprinkles coming. Excuse me. Why do I say sprinkles? Lavender and speckles coming. That's en route. I'll be getting that in the next few days. And I have Sassy Girl coming in the mail. That's from the end of August, beginning of September. Like those orders that she combined, I have that coming. I have a new vendor, Blank Label. I ordered a small smattering of stuff from Blank Label. So I have those 3 coming in the mail. And then next to be shipping will be Swanky and Teddy Bees, and there's more Sassy Girl in there, and there's some I'm not even thinking about, and you know, then boom, Christmas is here. So I've got quite a few hauls coming. If you follow my community page on my channel, I did give an update this past week of what my plans are for the next couple of months. I'm going to be doing, my channel will turn 2 years old on November 14th, I believe was my first video of 2021. So it turns 2, and I'm going to be doing a giveaway to 2 lucky viewers. And all you have to do to enter that is any video I upload in the month of November, comment on them. 1 comment per video. You know, you can comment more, but I only will count your name once for that entry. And then I'll keep a spreadsheet of all the names, eligible names. And at the end of the month, November, or the first part of December, I will, you know, do the random wheel, and I'll hopefully be able to film that so you guys can see it live. I've got to practice on my side. I haven't used the wheel of names. And then I'm going to send out 2 lucky viewers some yummy wax as a thank you for supporting my channel the last 2 years. I have really gotten to know so many of you, and I consider all of you friends, and I love you all, and you are such a shining part of my life and my day-to-day reading your comments. And I actually caught up on most of my comments. I know there's been a couple that have come in the last couple of days, and I still need to comment back on my last mental health video I did, you know, shortly after my aunt passed away. I need to get back on those, and I am going to comment back. It's just I'm taking a little bit more time with some of the comments that you guys made on that video. So I'm that's what I'm going to do to you guys, my viewers. So November will be a good month. And if you read my community page and see the updates of the videos I have planned, there's probably a couple in there I will do that I haven't remembered to do, or I have, you know, intentions of doing. So I just wanted to quickly give that update there, just in case you haven't seen it on my community page. So this is back to the wax. This is Autumn Spice Chai. Now this here is, I don't know the notes of this and I did not look them up, but this is basically just a fall blend with those chai spices. You know, the cardamom, you have a little bit, what's in chai? There's cardamom, I know, and I don't remember right now all the chai spices, cinnamon, I think, and I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Whew, hot mess express here, baby. The chai spices with the autumnal cranberry and creaminess and richness and whatever else is in here. It's a nice fall autumnal spicy blend, and I liked this one. That one was good. I need a little bit more than just a sample of that to really gauge how it would work in my home. I put that in my tea light warmer in my guest bathroom, and it did well, but I love to try it throughout my home, and I've said that several times in my videos. That being said, I also will put some links in the comments, not the comments, the description of some of my warmers I use in my home, products I use in my home related to wax and such. If you guys are interested in what I use, the link will be there. It'll take you to Amazon, and you can look from there and see if it's something that you'd like to put in your home if you haven't already. So next, moving in here, I have several vendors I'd like to talk about. Several vendors. Should I do them organized vendors or not? Yeah, we'll see. On top we have L3, so I'll talk about L3 here. Trying the best I can here. Okay. Second and Spruce. Second and Spruce is going to be talked about here. Erica's going to be shipping her pre-order. I think she's trying to get them all out this weekend. I haven't got a order notification email yet, but that's okay. Maybe I missed it in my emails because I haven't really been on social much today, and I haven't been reading my emails. So maybe it's in there. Okay, I think that's all the L3 I have in here. Just a few. I have been not using as much L3 because I went L3 crazy over the summer, and I'm using my other vendors. So this first one I want to talk about is a good one. This is Library, Palo Santo, and Books. Now, Books is right up next to Hay in my department. I love Hay. I love Palo Santo, and I love Books, I should say. Yeah, I'm here. Whew. Books and Hay, that's what I was talking about. Books and Hay are unique oils. I love them both. Now, what Books gives to this, Books and Library, I'm not quite sure what Jen's Library oil is all about. I know there are some other vendors out there lately who have been pouring some library blends. There's Dessa has Library of Enchantment, but I don't get that from here because that has quite a bit of leather in that blend. Library of Enchantment, if you've had that one. And Swanky has, I can't remember what her blend is called, but it's library books and old papers. Not Poet's Lair, but it's one of those ones. And then Sassy Girl has Silence in the Library. Those are all library scents that are hot and coming right now. So this is not similar to that because it has the Palo Santo in it and it has the Books. Books is hard to describe, honestly. It smells like paper and ink, and just put your nose in a new book. Not a library book, because library books, if they're not new, they have that library scent, which, oh God, I love a good library. I love library smells, but I'm a bibliophile. I love books, though. I mean, I always have. Books were my first friend, and I will always, books, I've talked about books in my mental health videos. I've talked about books many times. I love books. I have a connection to books. So if the smell of a new book isn't for you, then books might not be for you, the oil and the wax. But I really like this because the Palo Santo made it familiar, because Palo Santo is a familiar oil to so many of us. It plays well with bakery, fruit, earthy, on its own, you name it, you can blend with it. And it's very versatile, so I like that they put this Palo Santo into the library, into the books, to kind of cut that little bit of, ooh, it's different, or ooh, it smells, it's very singular. To use Christian Grey's, it's very singular in its tastes. It's very, you have to smell it to really gauge what library and book smells like. I think it's one of the best blends that Jen has because it's different. It's not, this is said with, with all due respect, it's not strawberry pound cake. It's not yellow cake. It's not blueberry. It's different. It's off the beaten path. And I love to embrace those off the beaten path blends because I want something different sometimes. And that's this guy right here. So I like that one. I have more of that. This was actually 2 years old, this bag, and it still smelled very, very fresh. So this one I have a new one of. I don't remember right now what shape it's in, but I have more. I bought more because I knew I was getting low on that. The next one here, oh damn, was this good. This is Zucchini Bread Jubilee. Oh damn, was this good. And I have to thank Christy Hartshorn and Tamcar, Miss Tamika. I have to thank you for telling me I need this blend, because I read this. The notes are vanilla ombre cake, creamy whipped cream frosting, and marshmallow fluff center with zucchini bread. So you know me, I'm like, oh, that's just vanilla and that's marshmallow and it's zucchini bread. What could it do to the zucchini bread? I was wrong. I am not one to admit. I am not one that's afraid to admit when I'm wrong. I was wrong with this. This is a masterpiece. This actually might make my customs list. I'm coming to be called up for customs here in the next several weeks with L3, and I just might order a bag of this because it's so good. That vanilla ombre cake, and even Trish from L3 has said the same thing. The ombre cake, the Jubilee and the ombre cake, it's part of the Jubilee blend, is very, very good. So she's right. Tam's right. Christy's right. This is good. If you like these notes, you like zucchini bread, give this a try next time it's poured. It's fantastic. This would be beautiful in a scoop. Scoops are stronger in my opinion. I love that one. Ugh, fangirl over that scent. It's so good. Next, I finished up a couple Trigs. This first one here is Dr. Peppermint. And this is a combination of peppermint, and I honestly don't know what other mint or mints are blended with this, but I want to say maybe spearmint, but it's not too strong. I don't really know what I was smelling with this, but it was very, very pleasant. It's peppermint, but it's not strong. Vicks, open your sinuses up. I'm stuffed up. I need to open my sinuses. Strong. Menthol. It's nothing like that. It's very delicate. It's a kind scent. It's not abrasive. It's just, it lets you know it's there. This could be melted during me time in the tub, relaxing if you are one that does that. This could be during meditation. This could be in the morning time when you're waking up. This could be used beautifully in winter time. This would complement if you have winter snooze. Winter snooze is peppermint and lavender, I think. There's a couple of things in the winter snooze that this would complement very, very well. This I would buy again, definitely. And last Trig and last L3 piece is Baccarat Rouge 540. Another one that is hard to describe. Baccarat Rouge 540, of course, is a high-class, high-end fragrance, and it is a smoky, sultry, addictive, creamy, delicious fragrance. It blends well with just about anything, and if you haven't smelled it, next time it's poured in Trigs like this, smell it because it's not blended with anything. These are single oils, these Trig tarts, and I love this. I have this in several blends with L3. I have it in several blends from Sassy Girl. I have the perfume. This is a really, really, really good one. That's all my L3. What vendor should I do next? Let's see. Trying to organize these all together. I know I need to do some hold music or something. I haven't forgotten about learning how to make an intro and editing my videos and all that stuff, but I do not have enough hours in the day sometimes, especially right now. I've been busier at work. We've shifted our assignments around a little bit temporarily, so I don't have the free time that I have. I just haven't went on and educated myself on that stuff yet, but it's on my list. Trust me, I really have a list of stuff that I want to do in the future. So I'm just organizing these into vendors, guys, so I don't have to rummage through these at the beginning when I finish up a vendor. Some of these are just singles here. Single. I should have did this beforehand, so pardon me, but that's okay. All right, let's do the singles. Okay, I finished up, this is Vintage Chic. Vintage Chic is owned by Kirby Welsh from, I think, Green Valley, Missouri. She's getting ready to close sometime in the next 2 months, November, December. Don't quite know exactly when she's going to announce the date of her closure, but it's coming. This is the 7-Year Itch. This is this was poured last December. And I don't remember how I got this one, honestly. This is lavender vanilla, cupcakes at Tiffany's, and vanilla lace. So I liked this one here because I do like a good vanilla lavender. It's not quite Bedtime Baby. It's not the Johnson & Johnson's, but it's around that same class or category of fragrance. And the cupcakes at Tiffany's, lavender and cake go very, very well together, in my opinion. If you haven't tried it, give it a try. You know, blend a little bit of lavender, blend a little bit of the cake, and just see how it's like, takes on a different identity. And I liked vanilla lace. I know Tamika likes vanilla lace a lot. Vanilla lace is the old OG Victoria's Secret, now retired blend. And it's just a pretty fragrant body-esque vanilla. So this here was just okay to me. It did its job. It didn't wow me. It didn't blow me out the door. It was just okay. And I only had this heart of it, so I chopped this up, and Kirby's wax crumbles a good bit when you chop it. So I really don't know how many pieces I got out of this. I chopped this up a couple of months ago in my chop and chat. But I melted this, and it was just okay. It was pretty. It was lavender and vanilla and cake, and that was about it. So that's that one. The next singles I have is Knowles Farm Scents. Knowles is owned by Travis Knowles from, what state is he in? I think he's Missouri. Is he Missouri? Also, he's Midwestern. I think maybe it's Illinois. Illinois, Missouri. I'm sorry, Travis. You're in the Midwest part of the country. Travis is going to be having his first pre-order on November 3rd. I believe it's from 5 to 9, 5 Central to 9 Central. I believe those are the times. Travis has exploded in popularity in the last few weeks since there was the small business vendor live that I was part of a couple of Saturdays ago, 2 weeks ago, I believe. His page has just exploded. His last ready to ship sold out in minutes, and he just is forced now to do pre-orders. So if you haven't joined Travis's page, it's Knowles Farm Scents on Facebook. He's also on Instagram. He watches videos, he comments. He's very, very active with his socials. So this is Beach Evenings and Cookies. I've purchased from Travis once. I was not lucky enough and fast enough to get anything from the last ready to ship, which is okay. I had the pre-order to look forward to, and I've been enjoying the small order that I got maybe a month ago. I have a video on my channel of it. Those blends I've been warming and loving, and Warm the Soul is my favorite so far in hoodie season. I really, really like hoodie season or hoodie weather. It's a cranberry blend, so my apologies if I didn't, which name is right. It's hoodie season, hoodie weather, one of the two. This is Beach Nights and Cookies. And if you like Beach Nights, this is the dupe Beach Nights from Bath & Body Works with sugar cookies. So it's bakery Beach Nights. And this is good. I had this in my hot plate warmers. I've had this in my Accord, my Scentsy Accord. And I've had this in my tea light warmers. My experience is Travis's wax in my home performs better for me in my hot plate and my tea light warmers. So that is Knoll's Farm. The last single I have, actually I have 2 more singles here. I have Rainbow Melts. Now, I did not buy this. I bought a D-stash from Summer, and she kindly put this in as a freebie. This is Apples and Leaves, and it's been well loved because it's a really good blend. And I have not purchased from Rainbow Melts. I'm not going to go into why, but if you if you know, you know the issues with Rainbow Melts that is, talked about in Wax Chat and all over the place. I just chose never to purchase from Rainbow Melts. But so this is my very first experience with Rainbow Melts. This is Bath & Body Works Leaves and Apples. So this is similar to Season of the Witch from L3 and then all the other vendors that do leaves and apples. I mean, it's a fantastic blend. Apples and leaves. I mean, there's apples in leaves already. So it really just is a no-brainer to mix additional apples with leaves, in my opinion. I melted this bag. This was a half bag of little, I think they were skeletons or skulls or something, those little shapes. I melted these exclusively downstairs in my kitchen in my open concept because I have leaves down there in the wallflower. I have leaves at the sink. Well, I did, but then I put a Halloween soap down there now because it's spooky week next week already. I mean, man, time is flying. And I wanted to have leaves going down there in my home because leaves is one of my favorite fall Bath & Body Works types. This wax performed beautifully in my home, and that's okay. I have a lot of other vendors that perform beautifully too. I don't feel pressed that I have to buy this vendor. So, but I did want to talk about it because I know there are fans of hers out there. I just am not buying, and I'm not part of the group. I never have been. I just choose not to. So that's Rainbow Melts. And then finally, the last single I finished up is Sassy Girl Aroma. Now, in my last Empties video, I remember having quite a stack of finished Julie's blends. But this one here has seen better days. This is an old label. Remember these ones here, guys. This is from February of 21 or 12/21. It's a 2 and a 2/1, so one of those times. Anyways, it's 2 years old. I finished this up. This is strawberry jam, pink frosting, sugar cookie dough, and frosted sugar cookies. I think she changed this name to strawberry frosted cookies or something like that. Maybe she didn't. But this is one of her animal cookie blends, and this is really, really good. I like this. I love that, she has a handful, maybe 7 or 8 different circus cookie blends. And I really, really like that underneath it all, you really can smell that the circus cookie oil that she uses. It's in, sorry guys, I have to stretch a little bit. That circus cookie oil, you can smell it in every blend, whether it's blended with blueberry, it's blended with pumpkin pie, it's blended with strawberry, and it's blended with, what else have I had? I've had, I can't remember right now. I finished it up a while ago, but you can still smell it. If you have any of those bags in your collection, just go open up on cold and you can smell that underlying cookie note. And I love that. This shines through beautifully on warm. I love this. I will always have this in my home. I have more of it in a brittle. I think I have another brittle, and I honestly might have some more coming. I have many orders out from Sassy Girl. It's been bad the last couple months, guys. So, okay, no more singles, and all of these ones here, I have more than one blend from these vendors to talk about. So, first one I'm going to do, stretching out here, is Rose Girls. Okay, Rose Girls is owned by Jenny Oakes from Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Say that 10 times fast. Lambeau Leap. Now, Lambeau Leap is near and dear to my heart. Lambeau Leap, of course, is for the Packers because she's from Wisconsin. But that's not why it's important to me. Lambeau Leap is sweater weather, Cider Lane, and Vanilla Bean Noel. I love this blend. Love this blend. I love Sweater Weather. Sweater Weather I like in home fragrance only. I don't like Sweater Weather body fragrance, the body version. It smells like wet dog to me. But, you know, maybe not all the oils that are used in the home fragrance are body safe. So they had to tweak it a little bit. And my body chemistry and what my brain tells me it smells like is wet dog. So I can't do the body version. I love this. I love this. This blend right here, this is my very first pre-order from Miss Jenny. This was in February of 2021. I've kept this baby because I have explained this in not my last Rose Girls video, but the one previous to. Lambeau Leap was poured, and I was able to order a bag of it. And I hadn't had an opportunity to since I got this over 2 years ago because I've missed out on it, or it sold too fast, or it wasn't offered for a while. So I hoarded this baby and I used it up because I have more now in my collection. On warm, yes, it's dominantly Sweater Weather. But on warm, underneath a little bit, you can get that Cider Lane that comes out. Just a peep of it comes out. And then you have a little bit of extra vanilla to it with the Vanilla Bean Noel. I love Lambeau Leap because I like a good Sweater Weather. This even goes well with leaves. If you have leaves or any sort of apple blend, this goes beautifully with it too. Love this one. I always hope to have that in my collection. And this last one I want to talk about is Crusty Cantina. This was a sample I got in one of my last couple of orders. This is Gilligan's Brew, which I believe, pretty sure, is coconut milk and heavy cream or cream. And then this is strawberry pound cake and Sicilian lemon cookies. Lemon and strawberry, I mean, they're best friends. They go beautifully together. I really, really like her Sicilian lemon cookie oil. It's not lemon curd. You know, lemon curd isn't necessarily a bakery, but you can make it a bakery if you sweeten it up enough with enough bakery and enough sugar stuff. This is cookie, like lemon cookie. It's fantastic. I love this. And I like strawberry pound cake in blends. I don't like it alone. It's like it's in the same field as Cupcakes Tiffany's. I don't like it alone. This Gilligan's Brew just adds an extra pump of creaminess to it. It's not coconut, even though there is coconut milk in Gilligan's Brew. This is not a coconut blend, so don't think that it is. It's not. The Sicilian lemon cookies, I'm also pretty sure I've seen Kathy from Scoopable Wax Melts, Jenny's mom, offer this oil. And I'm going to keep a lookout for this because if you like a good lemon bakery, Sicilian lemon cookies, that's a really good oil. I really like that. I found another single I lied about. I had it over here on the left of me. This is a bag of Southbound. This is Bread and Jam. Southbound. That's another pre-order I have outstanding. Yes, I might have bought some blends. Yeah, I have a little bit of an order coming with Southbound. So this is Bread and Jam. I've only purchased from Southbound once before. That was to buy the pumpkin cream puffs that was discontinued, one of the oils. I have a few more souffles in my collection. I finished up the souffle that I chopped up a couple of months ago, but I bought this bakery bag the same time that I bought the pumpkin cream puffs. This is crisp, fresh baked baguette with sweet strawberry, blackberry, and raspberry jams all blended together. This is the yummiest bread and jam blend. It has not just strawberry jam. It has raspberry and it has blackberry, and it's so damn sweet and ooey gooey and jammy, and it has that French baguette, that just yummy. You can smell, oh, I can smell it right now. The French baguette, they're so good. I love baguettes. This was a fantastic blend. I melted this in, I didn't melt this in my Accord because I kept this exclusively in my hot plate warmers, just because I love a really strong punch me in the face jam blend, and I felt the heat would really do that with this, and I wasn't wrong with that. This performed beautifully in my tea light warmers, performed beautifully in my hot plate warmers, all throughout my home, upstairs, downstairs. I loved this one. Love that one. Gonna take a sip of water here, guys. Woo! Oh man, this neck. Literally a pain in the neck. So, okay. I have Miss Dessa. Dessa next. Dessa is owned by Dessa Bonner from Gilbert, Arizona. That's another pre-order that it's going to be shipping in the next week or so. Another one I have coming. Yeah, I know, it's been bad. Been bad. To use Summer's phrase, it's unhinged. It really is. I have a folder in my email that I keep of wax stuff. It's called wax stuff. And it is, I have to scroll down on it to see it now. And I'm like, I never have to do that. This is bad. It's bad. So, you know, hauls are in the future of my channel, guys. Hauls are in my future. Okay, this is zucchini caramel bread. Zucchini caramel bread. This is Grandma's homemade zucchini bread slathered in buttery caramel sauce. This was phenomenal. This was so good. It's simple. It's Grandma's zucchini bread with caramel sauce. If you like caramel and zucchini bread, this is a no-brainer. I mean, I don't really need to talk much more about this. If you like those two notes, you would like this one. So good. Dessa's doing a melting contest for the month of October. I don't know if she's going to do it in November. I don't see why she wouldn't, because all of you guys are just posting all of your scents you're melting each day, and I haven't melted a lot of Dessa in the last couple of weeks, so that's why I haven't really been posting. I've been melting, but I'm trying to really work on some other things, like I'm working on teddy bees. I'm working on I'm trying to spread the love throughout all my vendors. So she'll come back. I went through a period of time where I melted all Dessa for like a week. So she knows I love her and I love her wax. So this is October, this next one here. This I melted exclusively downstairs in my kitchen. This is hot apple cider, sweet caramel, pumpkin pie, and cinnamon and clove. This one is a quintessential autumnal bakery yumminess. This has your spices to it, it has your apple to it, it has your pumpkin to it, and it has your little bit of caramel to it. This is good. I like this. If you like, this is one of her best sellers. If you like fall and you like all of the smells of the season, October would be for you. Definitely would be for you. Okay, let's talk about Second and Spruce. After Second and Spruce, I have two vendors left. Okay, Second and Spruce. I have to move my leg out here. Okay. Second and Spruce is owned by Erica Kane from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Whoop, whoop, Southwest Pennsylvania. That's where I'm from. She is shipping her pre-order, like I said earlier in this video. She's shipping it out this weekend, maybe into next week. Lots of you guys are wanting to get your hands on Erica's wax. She was another participant in the small business wax series from a couple of weeks ago that we did with Beth from Lavender and Speckles, Lavender and Speckles, Travis from Knowles, and Erica from Second and Spruce. She's also going to be doing... she's doing a sampler, a Christmas sampler. Was it today or is it tomorrow? I think it's the 22nd. I think it's tomorrow. And if it was tonight, I missed it because I've been busy all day. Man, she's going to be doing her sampler pre-order. She's going to offer 100 samplers for her Christmas. If you're part of her Facebook group, she's listed all the blends out that she's going to be offering in her sampler. It's going to be similar to her previous samplers. She's going to have a Create Your Own Christmas with one of her blends. And the one she did back in the summer was her funnel cake, Create Your Own Funnel Cake, with different, different blends. You can blend with this and this and this. I didn't buy a sampler, but I just know I've seen it, posted in the group, of course. So Second and Spruce, I love the wax. It performs immaculately in my home. It is soft. It's softer than Teddy Bees. It doesn't collapse. It's not like that, but you know how Teddy Bees just cuts like butter? Second and Spruce is like cutting soft butter. It's very silky, it's very soft, and it smudges. So just warning you guys, it does smudge. There are some of you out there that can use her wax and not get smudges, and I don't know how, because just the nature of this product, it smudges. Everything I have is smudgy. The first one I finished up is That Fall Feeling. That Fall Feeling. This is leaves type, pumpkin pecan waffles type, caramel apple, and campfire marshmallow. I loved this one. I melted this. I melted half of it upstairs. This was a mini loaf. It's just a big bag. I melted half of this upstairs, and I melted half of it downstairs in my kitchen area. I love this. You could get the leaves. You could get the caramel apple. You could get a little bit of that burnt marshmallow. You could get the pumpkin pecan waffles and the richness of the bakery. But the best thing of all is this lasts all day long to me. I have been having some busy days at work where I have to, go down, make my coffee or whatever I'm going to drink for the day for the most part. Bring it upstairs, and I'm working, and sometimes I don't even take a lunch and go down and eat anything. I know I'm bad. I need to be better with that, but that's besides the point. I have been upstairs all day, and I've went down in the later afternoon, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, having turned this on around 7:30, and this is still piping strong. Really is. And then I've even had a day where I've left this on all day, from morning, and I have either forgotten to change my wax or I didn't think about it when I went downstairs, and I have smelled this lingering in the air at 10 o'clock at night. I mean, this is a very strong blend. It's caramel apple, it's leaves, it's my favorite type of fall. This next one I have too is no different in terms of strength and longevity. This is Raspberries at Tiffany's. This is her raspberry jam, raspberry puree. There's the same oil. She just has different, she describes it differently depending on the blend. And Cupcakes at Tiffany's. So her raspberry is the same raspberry to my nose, and I know several of you out there share the same opinion. It's the same raspberry oil that Kirby from Vintage Chic has. To me, it's the same. And it's the best raspberry out there. Kirby has been known for years for her raspberry blends. They're phenomenal. And she does them well, especially her peanut butter zucchini bread and her raspberry, or her zucchini bread and her peanut butter, and oh, that's so good. I love those blends. Erica has found that raspberry, and she is swinging for the fences with it with these blends. I did not smell any Cupcakes at Tiffany's with this because it was just pure, rich raspberry bakery heaven. So if you guys have been lucky enough to get some of the pre-order that Erica had a few months ago, that will be shipping out. I'm so happy for you guys to try Second and Spruce. I know that it was introduced to me around February or March this year. Susan and Catherine, told me about it. You've got to try Second and Spruce. She has great raspberry. Susan actually found this vendor first in my friend group. Susan found this first, and then she has spread it around. She's done videos, and all of us have, I think, at some point now done a video for Second and Spruce. And Erica's she's exponentially growing in popularity also. So if you are one that's getting your order, I really, really, really genuinely hope you love it as much as I do, because it is just, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. And I think Erica's getting ready to celebrate her first year in business. So congratulations, Erica, if you're watching to that. 2 more vendors here, guys. Let's talk about Teddy Bees. Teddy Bees, another one. We all know Teddy Bees pre-order. Most of us have ordered from it. Another one coming to my home. Okay. Salem. Okay. Salem. Beautiful, gorgeous apple blend. This is Gala apples, Fraser fir, figs, mahogany, and cedarwood. Now, I bought this. This was poured in June of this year. It's so strong, I can still smell it in the bag. I wasn't going to buy Salem, but I am a last minute Larry in the fact for pre-orders. I order the last day. I'm coming in at the final minute. I wait till last because I don't really like making 2, 3 orders for something. I prefer to do it all in one swoop. Sometimes if I had to do an additional order because I forgot something, or I saw somebody else's order, I'm like, man, why didn't I get that? Or I cut something and then I had FOMO and I went back and I made a second order and I did it. We all been there, done that, and still guilty of it. I saw Salem, and then I saw many people talk about how good Salem is and how good of an apple blend it is. But really, what the deciding factor was for Salem for me was it wasn't Mac Apple. And Mac Apple isn't bad, but I've kind of grown tired and a little sick of Mac Apple because it is so strong. It dominates a blend like that. It's so overpowering in my opinion. If Mac Apple's in a blend, that's all I smell in a blend anymore. And I went crazy for Mac Apple stuff when I first got into vendor wax 2.5 years ago. And in January will be 3 years into my vendor wax journey. I can't believe that either. Mac Apple, I know some of you burnt yourself out on Fruit Loops or burnt yourself out on blue sugar or, you know, that oil out there. I think we all have an oil or oils that we're tired of at this point in our melting journey. So Gala, I haven't really had a lot of Gala apple blends. So I thought, okay, Gala with a little bit of pine, a little bit of fig, I love fig, and wood, cedar and mahogany. This would be a nice, somewhat masculine blend. Not cologne, but just a, oh, this would smell good in a men's cologne kind of a thing. And I wasn't wrong. I'm very happy and grateful. I don't remember who or who the people were that posted about Salem. But Salem is a beautiful apple blend. And I encourage you, if it's on a list in the future, grab at least a souffle of it and try it. If you like apple and you like wood and you like a little bit of pine and you like a little bit of fig, give it a try. This is a really good one. Next is pumpkin season. Pumpkin season. I wasn't sure I was going to keep this blend. This one was poured last October. This was in my do I destash it, do I keep it kind of area. I decided to keep it. The notes for pumpkin season are rich cake infused with pumpkin spice, creamy vanilla coffee, oat milk creamer, brown sugar, and Palo Santo. This one to me, honestly, wasn't that good. It didn't stink. It was a nice smelling fragrance, but the performance was just lackluster. It didn't throw very well at all for me. And this is a year old. Didn't throw very well at all for me. And I needed to hover over it in order to smell it. I could smell all the notes beautifully. I mean, it smells the same on warm as it does on cold. You know, some scents blossom on warm and you can smell, oh, a little bit more of this, or this really comes alive on warm. To me, my opinion and my experience with this one is it just wasn't there. You know, it put its uniform on, but it struck out. It just couldn't make contact. So this is a one and done for me, unfortunately. But I do like the richness of the oat milk. I really like oat milk. I have a couple of Tiffany's blends that have oat milk in it, and I really, really like them. I'm going to talk about one here in a minute here. I think there's oat milk in this one, or maybe there isn't. Yes, there is oat milk in that one. This one is a Womp Womp. So that's okay. We have Womp Womps out there. Mom Life. Mom Life. I bought 2 of these souffles inadvertently. Last time I sold one. Someone was looking for Mom Life. I'm like, yeah, I have a second one. I didn't mean to buy it, so I'll move it on to somebody else who can love it. This is creamy oat milk, frothy vanilla cold foam, and a hint of sensual vanilla. Mom Life. This was poured in July of this year. When I first chopped this up, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to like this. Not because it's stinky, but just because I don't think it's going to do anything. And I had the same opinion of pumpkin season, and I was proven right. However, Mom Life proved me wrong. Mom Life, I melted half the souffle up here upstairs, and I took it downstairs. And I do that with a lot of my blends. I see how it works up here in my living quarters where I am a lot of the time. And then I also see how it performs downstairs in my open concept. I have 3 warmers down there now for the season. I have my 2 hot plates, and I have my tea light. I took my tea light downstairs because I've said I love fall scents so much and Christmas and winter scents so much. I want an extra punch me in the face with it downstairs. So I took an extra warmer down there. I just bought a new warmer yesterday on Amazon. I will post a picture of it when I get it. It is a truck. I love truck decor. I do truck decor for the holidays, the red truck. So I thought I don't need another warmer, but I've heard good things about this one, and I'm gonna get it. I think it's delivered tomorrow, so I will get it, set it up, and post it. And then that warmer I have sitting in the place where I'm going to put it, I'm going to move that one up here somewhere. I think that my warmer in my bathroom, in my master bathroom, it's leaking. You know, after a while of using a hot plate, the train's gonna go by, guys. Using a hot plate, in my experience, some of the oil seeps through down through the ceramic. So I mean, and I use it every day. I have every day for almost 2.5 years, and I know that they don't last forever. So that one might be getting just a little bit too messy, and I don't want there to be, if there's a crack in there or something. I really haven't turned it over and looked. I don't think there's a crack, but they're probably just microscopic cracks in there. I might move the warmer I have downstairs up into the bathroom and retire the one in my bathroom, which I'm kind of sad because it's gray. My bathroom and my master bedroom are white, rose gold, or rose gold or light pink and gray. I love that aesthetic. So I have a beautiful gray warmer in my bathroom, and I hope I don't have to get rid of it, but I know it's a possibility. So anyways, mom life really, really blossomed on warm. I loved it. It was so good, and it lingered for hours, guys. Lingered for hours. And I thought, there's just damn cold foam, vanilla cold foam, and oat milk and vanilla in this. And it's like it's going and going and going. It's the Energizer Bunny. It doesn't know when to stop. So this one, I don't want to say I'm sorry I moved my souffle on, because I'm not. That person really, really wanted it, and I'm really happy I could give it to her. But this would be one I would buy again in the future in a heartbeat. It was really, really good. And this is one I think was new. Tiffany just developed this blend during the pre-order from the summertime. So Mom Life is a-okay to me. And then the last one I have from Teddy Bees is House of Dragons. This is from her Game of Thrones line. She has many in the Game of Thrones line. This is Palo Santo, Vanilla Balsam, Fallen Leaves, Peppermint, and a hint of cinnamon. However, I think Tiffany changed this to be cinnamon and a hint of peppermint. I think this was poured in a year ago, 10/29/22. So I think it's hint of cinnamon, hint of peppermint, and cinnamon. I think that's what it is. Anyways, this one here, I don't know how I feel about this. And, you know, I'm going to be in the minority when I say this, but I'm just going to say it because I am transparent and honest on my channel. I'm not crazy about Tiffany's Palo Santo. I'm not. I have plenty of Palo Santo blends in my collection, and I have a good bit of the Game of Thrones line. The Game of Thrones lines are darker and deeper and more complex blends, and I'm all there for that. You know, you guys watch me, and I like a little bit of everything. That's why I have so much damn wax. But I don't think I really like her Palo Santo. It's not that it stinks, because it doesn't. None of these things stink. They're just not my taste, not for me. I couldn't really. This was one, it was pretty flat to me, this House of Dragons. And I know I'm in the minority, and I know there are plenty of you out there that love this blend and really love the North and some of the other ones I can't think of right now. And I have them in my collection over there, and I really just need to chop them and melt them and really just see how they are. Because if I melt them and they're just not wowing me, and then I'll move them on out to some of you that I know really like the Game of Thrones line. I mean, I see your posts. I see, you know, who likes this type, who likes that type. So I just really have to do that. So I've been hoarding the Game of Thrones stuff that I have, because I really was using House of Dragons as deciding if I really want to even chop those up, or if I should just put them up for destash and move them on out of here. I'm still deciding on that. So I hope that made sense. I mean, I just don't think the Palo's for me from that one. But you know, I love Teddy Bees. It's nothing against the vendor. It's nothing like that. It's just, her version of the oil is just not my favorite. So finally, we have Swanky, another pre-order. Miss Jeannie Jeffrey from Silverdale, Washington owns Swanky. And I failed to say Teddy Bees is owned by Tiffany Smith from Houston, Texas. Espresso pumpkin pecan waffle, salted caramel, pecan pie, chestnuts, and brown sugar. This was from the Ultimate Coffee Sampler that Miss Jeannie offered, not this past one, of course, but the time before. The $63 Master Sampler Ultimate Coffee. This is a sweet, very sweet coffee, because look at the notes that are in here. You have pumpkin pecan waffle, which is very sweet. You have pecan pie, which is corn syrup and pecans, basically. You have salted caramel, which is sweet and rich and heavy. Then you have chestnuts and brown sugar, which is sweet. And then you have espresso. So it's extremely sweet coffee. I had this going half upstairs, half downstairs. I actually finished this one up last night. And I like this, but I wish it had a little bit more coffee to it. It was a little too sweet for me. Not bad, but just too sweet for me. Next, these are some older ones that I purchased last fall, in fact. These are all roses from last fall. This is pomegranate cider. This is good. It's pomegranate with a little bit of apple cider, but it's not apple. It has the cider spices to it, but mixed with pomegranate. I love pomegranate. It's a delicious fall winter fruit. It's bold. It's rich. It's vibrant. It gives that juiciness to it that you might not want to add an apple to a blend. You might not want to put cranberry in a blend, but pomegranate is another choice in that department. I love pomegranate. This is one I would buy again. Next, I have pumpkin ginger apple. This is not bakery. This is pumpkin with ginger spice with apple. This is autumnal. This is harvest. This is fall. This was really, really, really good. I liked this one too. And finally, this is apple pumpkin strudel, which is apple and pumpkin and sugar and sweet and strudel and bakery. This one, you know, I struggle with Swanky Bakery. It doesn't throw very well in my home, and the little bit that it does throw, it peters out after about an hour. I've just been upfront and honest with that with Swanky Bakery, and I prefer to get my bubble bath, my tobacco leaves, my fragrances, my perfumes, my colognes, my earthy blends from Swanky versus Bakery. So this is one I used, and it wasn't all that great to me. So that's my empties. I really believe it's from October 1st to today, which is October 21st. So I think today's 21st. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'm going to shoot for doing another empties video in a couple of weeks. I'm not going to have enough probably this coming week to do one. So I'm looking forward 2 weeks to do another one. So I hope you guys like this. And as always, thank you for your support and watching my channel. I really enjoy reading all your comments and getting to know so many of you. I hope you guys have a beautiful, safe rest of October. Happy fall, happy Halloween, happy everything. And I'll see you soon.